Um, my to-do list is I did that. And I record all the videos I wanted to record. I did not do this. I need to update this lease for my tenants. Okay. So I titled the and if you're wondering, I love the like blush rose, and don't get excited about my nails because I literally am taking them off. I put these on yesterday, I'm taking them off today. But this is the blush apple ciders Martinelli's, I believe. Um I titled this Let's Stop Holding Ourselves Back. I don't even remember, and I just typed that. Um because it's very easy, I think, for us to dissociate or not recognize, not be fully present, and realize how often we are really like sabotaging ourselves on the journey to achieve our goals. And it might not feel like sabotage or as dramatic as like what sabotage sounds like, but that's ultimately what it is. And we're ultimately doing it a lot of times. Oh, okay, I paid so many bills today. So I'm seeing all these things and I'm like, what is this? What is this? This is, and it's like, oh, this is paid. Okay. Um, it be little habits, it be little things, it be breaking little promises to yourself. It's again, it's like the little habits that are not actually serving you, but they're also getting in the way of you showing up in the way that you want to for your dreams and your goals. And I have been like really auditing that for myself a lot in the last couple of weeks. And it's just like, yo, you say you want this, but you're still doing this, and this is directly stopping you from getting this. How come? And it's just like, yeah, let's ask ourselves the hard questions. So that's kind of like where I'm at, and I think I'm just going to ramble for a little bit about that. I did do a to-do list today. I don't typically do a to-do list as consistently as I should, and then I'll be sitting around wondering why I'm not getting anything goddamn done. Because girl, you're not writing and rewriting the things that are supposed to be priorities. You're not shifting those things as need be because you don't physically see them. So you're really just kind of floating, relying on your mind to like tell you, oh, you need to do this now. When our minds are like really great and we're, intelligent beings, and that's cool and all, but it's not set up in a way to truly handle our days as we experience them today, if that makes sense. Like, our minds are not really set up to triage all of the fires that happen for us on a daily basis, all of the interpersonal relationships that we enter into, and like all the touch points and the people that we engage with, right? Um, I and um even when I think about that, like even the idea of like how many people we have access to, right? We live in a digital age where we're all online and we're all talking to one another. So we have gone as a people from maybe maybe like if you have big family and you're like living in a multi-generational dwelling, interacting with anywhere from 10 to 20 people within your family, and maybe another 20 people within your like small neighborhood or within your day-to-day. So like that's the person at the post office, the person, a couple people at your job, people at the grocery store, but on a very uh touch and go type of thing. To now today, like me as a black woman living alone, I have direct contact or communication with thousands of people in one day. Thousands. Whether it's me checking and replying to direct messages that I receive, direct emails, taking phone calls, video calls, whether it's, for clients or interviews or whatever the case might be. Then in my neighborhood, like walking my dog in my neighborhood, there's much more denser neighborhoods. Like I live in a black and Mexican neighborhood, so there's a lot of people who live in a very small area. And I said all that to say, like, our brains weren't, like, we have definitely evolved over the years, but our brains were not necessarily made to be able to manage all of that. And that's just specifically with the interpersonal relationships or the communicating on a person to person level. Then you add on whatever your job is, whatever your responsibilities are for your family, whatever personal desires you may have, and all of that. Like, at the end of the day, when you think about all that your brain has to process every day, it is not set up to be efficient for you to actually to do well the things that you're asking it to do. Because personally, I feel like we're asking, all of us are asking our bodies and our brains to do way more than it needs to on any given day. And that goes to the society that we have like normalized ourselves into, and this like hustle culture that some people are still, you know, going with, other people have rejected, but ultimately has become the status quo. I think about people who have to work 2 3 jobs to even be able to maintain, like, it is all a lot. But going back to my original point of like, we be sabotaging ourselves a lot of times. We fall to the level of whatever habits that we already have, which are the systems that we already have set up. And a lot of those habits are bad habits. So then we never get into a place where we're actually making progress to achieve our goals because we haven't abandoned the habit that is directly keeping us away from that. One of the things that I'm realizing, and I cannot wait, like, I was thinking for last week or so, Lent is coming up, and I typically like give up. I'll go raw for Lent because I already don't smoke, I don't drink, so I don't really have big things that I can give up. Like, the other biggest thing that I could give up is probably cursing, and I ain't doing that. But I was like, damn, I don't have nothing I can give up, and I don't want to go raw because I'm also going to be traveling, so it's just a little bit harder. Like, once I leave LA, it's so much harder to maintain, to me, a raw diet. So I'm like, damn, how am I going to do it? And I want to like not quit midway through. I don't, because last year I had to stop raw midway through or whatever. And I decided I'm not going to scroll on my phone. I am going to take all my social media apps off of my phone during the course of Lent. And it's a little bit tough because I do work in social media marketing and digital marketing, so I'll be able to do things on my computer. But the goal is for me to not to break the habit of me mindlessly scrolling, because that is one of my habits that is definitely directly sabotaging me. Even if it looks like, oh, this is a part of your job. No, the way that I do it, it's not actually the most efficient thing. And I'm really, really excited for that. Where was I going with that? Where was I going with that? That's just an example of like one of the habits that I had to adjust. Oh, my phone, period. My phone is ultimately my kryptonite. I have been testing myself over the course of like the last week where I have left my phone on silent. Left my phone on silent, and it has been a game changer because the notifications from my phone, whether it's calls, texts, emails, whatever, would immediately pull me out of like focus of whatever I'm working on. And I literally was journaling about this morning and praying on it of like how I want to prioritize focus and how I need to get to a place where I can actually be focused, because we also have been normalized into this way of like not having a goddamn attention span and can't focus on nothing for 2 seconds. And the next like 45 to 60 days are going to be crucial for me to like rebound into a place where I actually can sit and focus, and whatever the hell you talking about don't matter. So like, again, I'm testing leaving my phone on silent, and I'm also going to start normalizing that of like people, like getting people to understand that like you might call me and I might not answer, but and I respond back through these times, and that's going to be that, because the accessibility that we have, the which ultimately leads to the less focus that we have for whatever task that we're working on, ultimately it is costing us. It is costing us big. And I am really able to identify lately how much it's costing me. It's costing me in like mental stress and anxiety. It's costing me money because I'm not completing things in a way in a time that I need to. And that's not even on the whole like hustle culture, randomly giving yourself arbitrary goals. Like, no, if I literally would just stay the course for 30 minutes versus taking this call and being redirected here and then going over here, then this would have gotten done and then this sale could be made. Like, that is how direct I'm seeing it. And I don't know if you're in a place where you might be feeling stuck, you might be feeling frustrated, you might be feeling disenfranchised by your current circumstances. The first thing I will tell you to do is like, well, no, the first, I was going to say one thing, but this is the first thing I'll tell you to do. Validate your feelings, because your feelings are valid. That's first. The second thing I would tell you to do is to really audit your behaviors, really audit your mindset, really audit your habits, because oftentimes we cultivate those things that ultimately are not serving us or serving what we are hoping to accomplish, and then we're wondering and frustrated when we don't accomplish the things that we want to. So somebody said multi um generational housing. That's when multiple generations of people live in a house or in some type of dwelling. That could be one house, or it could be a duplex, a triplex, any of those things. Okay, what am I doing right now? I need to go back and rewatch a show so that I can work on some videos tied to the show, or specifically um, subject analysis. And I am now working backwards. This is stuff that I came up with over a month ago, but I did not ever complete it. And I'm going to complete it now because people still want this stuff. And I just need to do it. So that's where we're at. I'll let you guys hang in there with me for a little bit. Oh, that's a bubble. I want to say, I know a little net. That's a bubble. I'll let you guys hang in here with me for a little bit. But other than that, I'm gonna get out of here. I came in and said my little message. Oh, and then also the other way that I noticed that I be holding myself back is counting myself out or discounting who I am and what I do and what I know. I be downplaying myself a lot, and that shit stops here because I'm quite literally that girl. I quite literally do dope shit, add value everywhere. I need to clean these because my god. And I'm gonna stop playing like I don't. Period. I'm not recording yet, so I don't need that just yet. But okay, BT plus. What's going on? What is wrong with the BT plus homepage? Like, who has time for this? I don't know why I'm rewatching this because maybe this is too much. What videos do I have working on baby face? You know I get it started. But I'll turn it to God and we don't play around. I don't put my dinero. Got the gangsters in the club now. And they doing what I say, so okay. Baby face, baby face. Why is this not showing up? These were so they were so dumb. don't know why I wasn't paying attention the first time I seen this. This is crazy. You all right? You okay? No, take the set. Holy, you do not be making all this damn noise you're making. Okay. Close my garage. All right, okay. I'm about to start recording video now, y'all. I just had to rewatch the finale of this show that I'm about to be talking about, and I'm just going to be recording. So I will see y'all tomorrow.